Well, good afternoon again. Blessings to you guys. Thank you for coming back on. We appreciate it so very much. We are about to start. We're going to have a special guest with us today. And so we certainly want to present to some and introduce to others Miss Lola Cabaya. And so she's going to be on momentarily. So thank you guys so much again for coming back on and sharing with us. So please share the broadcast as we prepare to bring her on. She's one of our ministry marketplace luncheon guests, panel guests that will be with us on this coming Thursday for lunch. So you'll get the chance to just kind of hear her heart, her passion, her focus, so that how you can further connect with her. She's really been a blessing to us in our lives and in our ministry. And we certainly wanted to let you all know she is and the value that she can bring also to your life, even as she's brought it to our lives.
Well, there she is.
Hey, listen, now, grace and peace.
I owe you an apology. There is an A missing from your name, and you were so sweet when I sent you the flyer. You didn't even say nothing. You were just like, "Oh well." You were too sweet. I'm like, my goodness, she didn't even say nothing. And I was typing it in, and I'm like, something's wrong with that. And then some people on the team said, "Oh, we messed that up," and so we're gonna get that fixed, replace it. And but we just want you to know that we love you so much. Thank you for being here. You are tremendously amazing. They don't come any more amazing than Lola Cabaya, and just excited about what God is doing in her life. One of the things is, as we were dealing with just the people that we wanted to bring on for the marketplace ministry, really wanted to, I was thinking about, I said, who could we bring on? And, we're talking about millennials and people that really embrace the spirit of entrepreneurship. And so we were like, there's nobody else we'd rather have here to be with what we're doing. The other thing that we're really big on is we're really big on family and covenant. Right. And because we have a great family and covenant relationship with you, it really meant something for us to have you with us. So I want to give you an opportunity to just share. And I think that I'm not in the picture, but I don't have to be as long as my voice is there. Girl, we are all right. But tell me what your thoughts are about just the marketplace, millennials, and not just the marketplace, but also ministry. You'll be there for the ministry one as well. And just excited about you coming down, because I really believe that people are going to be impacted. Lives are going to be really going to be impacted and changed. Let me scoot just a little closer so that they can see me. And so they can see me on Periscope. I don't know if they can see me on Facebook, but I think they can now. So just making sure that they hear your heart for what you want to talk about on this weekend. And, you're a part of our family. You're not, of course, a part of our church, but you've been a part of this Suddenly movement from the beginning. So you're, of course, a part of the family and everything. And so we just love you so much, and we're excited. So tell me what you're thinking.
First of all, I'm excited too. So thank you both for having me on and letting me, be a part of everything that you're doing. I think you guys are amazingly, amazingly awesome. And grace and peace to everyone else who's on here today and those that'll come back on the replay. You've said a lot, and there is a lot that I feel like people can do right now, especially when it comes to creating entrepreneurship, marketplace stuff, because the world is changing. Technology is advancing things so fast, and we introduce ideas and we say, oh, well, that's crazy, that can't happen, or that'll be years down the line. But no, things are happening, and because technology is here, it's happening quickly, and because technology is here, we have access to so much, and there's so much that we can do. So I just feel like people in general are just in a really, really great space to create and to live out their dreams and to do more than what has been done previously. So I'm just excited about the time that we're living in. That.
Yeah, and the interesting thing is, I told the people back a couple of months ago. So like, I'm in trouble with Lola because Lola's been handling all of our podcast stuff, and she put all that stuff together for us, and so but we've been running too much to get more podcasts done. But I mean, she was really, really a master at so many different things as it pertains to ministry and the marketplace, and really bringing value to your gifting. I really believe one of the things I saw her say was she was talking about monetizing your gift. Right. And sometimes, you know, you can have a gift and you're trying to figure out how do you know, it's like one time I was at college, and when I was at one of the college campuses, I watched how some of the college professors lived, and I said, you know, you could be a very smart person and you can have a lot of information, but not know how to necessarily monetize it so that you can then be able to take your gift to the next level. Right. And so that was one of the things I said, and I always love the fact that you talk about, you know, how do we monetize the gift that we have so that we can be an even greater gift in the body of Christ to the kingdom. And so I think that's very important. I think it's very important for us to be able to really, really tap into what's inside of us so that we can help other people to really be able to fulfill their destiny and their purpose. I think it's amazing. Thank you guys for sharing, everybody that's sharing. Thank you for sharing. I know this is not our normal time to come on, but I really believe that I wanted to give her space before we get to the luncheon to be able to share her heart with people, to tell people where her gifts are, where her strengths are, so that you, those of you that, and we did something interesting today. We normally everybody has to be in the place, but what we also did was we opened it up to people who may be virtual and who may not necessarily be able to make it to the conference for the luncheon. That's gonna, and then you can register. It's only $25, and so that's for the Thursday one, and then $25 for the Friday one, so that we can actually be able to open it up to people who may not be able to make it. And again, I don't even come up with all these ideas. It's people on my team that are a part of the team that they say, hey, listen, Apostle, this is what we need to do, and this is what I think we do well doing. And so they come up with these ideas, and I'm like, run with it. So that's why I love Lola, because she comes up with ideas, and it's just, you know, it's just amazing. It's literally amazing what the ideas and the fresh ideas that you guys come up with. You know, I have a few ideas that I come up with too, but I'm always inspired by the millennials that are around me, and by the just the you know, those of you that are around that just, I mean, you're just amazing. So tell me what else is on your heart. What are some things that you're doing that's innovative, that's creative, that you've seen be effective, and even share, even if you had just a few seconds to share some of the things that you really want to have, that you have a passion for, and that you want to share during the luncheon on Thursday, and I know you're going to be there Friday as well. But tell me about that.
I'm a master at creating content that matters to people, and a master at gauging what people are interested in so that I can actually engage them. So that's what I really, really love doing. Well, what is content? Content is everything. It can be a topic that you decide you want to discuss on a live stream. It can be a blog post that you want to create. It can be a product that you put out. So I like talking to people, getting insight on what they want to do, and then creating the content that they need and giving them ideas on what content we can put out there so that they can actually monetize you know, their gifts and monetize their passions. God did not put us in this earth to live mediocre and average lives. He didn't. He put us here so that we could have amazing lives. And when we tap into our relationships with Jesus Christ, then we have access to an abundant life, which it says in John 10:10, I've come that you might have life and have life more abundantly, or like I like to say, a dope life. So God has put us here so that we can have these amazing lives. What sparks my energy and my fire is when I'm able to speak to people, figure out what their passion is, what they want to do, and help to create and align some content around that so that they can actually make some money off of it. And not money for the purposes of, oh, I'm just making money and this is all for me, but no, money so that they can keep building and expanding the kingdom. You know, God has said that he gives us the power to create wealth, to establish his covenant, right? To establish his kingdom here in the earth. So he's given us that ability. I like to help people tap into that so that they can actually do it. One thing that believers need is influence. God said that we are the salt and the light of the earth, right? He told us that so that we could, you know, let people see who we are and act as mirrors, reflecting all of that that attention up to him, so that people will be attracted to him. Well, if we don't have influence, then it's going to be hard for us to do that. And right. If we're not successful, then it's going to be really hard for us to do that, because you have all these successful people that aren't following these principles that we've been taught, and they're getting it, but we're sitting up here not. And when I say we, I mean believers. So my passion is there, like who can I speak to? How can I help to spark the dream on the inside of you, the greatness on the inside of you, whatever God has placed on the inside of you? Create some content that aligns with your values, your visions, your passion, and then work to not only put it out there for purpose, but put it out there for profit too.
Wow, that's good. You know, when I listen to you and I hear you, not only are you, and this is what I love about the family that we have as a ministry total, it's not only that you have the gifts in the marketplace, but that you also have the spiritual dimension to it as well. And I think that in itself is huge. It's major. I look at the other people that are going to be there for that marketplace luncheon, and I'm really excited because I really believe that as believers we got to tap into it. Like Kendall T. Johnson is going to be there. I mean, she just had, I think she's got over 5 million views on one of her posts on Instagram. Over 5 million views a couple of weeks ago. And then she did something so innovative and creative that she's a stylist. And so she actually styled the young lady's hair, and then it was the same color as a Sprite can. They took the Sprite can, and then Sprite contacted the girl to do marketing for what they were doing because it literally went viral. And so when I look at those things, the creativity and the creativeness is not that we don't have ideas. It's just that we don't know how to market them. And so what you're saying is so valuable. And then even the part you said, sometimes we're saying something, like sometimes you see people online and they're saying something, but the stuff that they're saying really doesn't, it's just like, it doesn't get everybody's attention. And so you could be saying something, but nobody's really listening and nobody's really paying attention. And so you have an ability to really create the content, create the things that are necessary for people to really be successful and get their brand out there. That's going to be huge. Then we're going to have all of our graphic designers that are going to be there, all of our video people that are going to be there. So that's going to be huge. And then Michelle J. Miller is going to be there to teach people how after they've created a brand, how do they then protect the brand?
Right. Absolutely. Because, of course, God will give you creative ideas, witty inventions. And so it's important that you know how to protect that brand, because people, can really come and steal your brand. They can patent your brand. They can copyright your brand without you even knowing it. And then they will cause you not to use what God gave you to use, because then they understand, intellectual property. And so they understand the value of that. And so they will go and they can purchase your website, they can purchase hashtags, all of those different things, and stop you from using the very thing that God gave to you. So,
and that's something.
Yeah.
And I've seen that happen where somebody had an idea, they created the idea, they didn't protect the idea. Somebody took a website domain they weren't even going to use, and then they tried to mark it up and sell it to them because they wanted that person's idea, Right. So I think what you're doing, man, creating the content. Going back to what you said, you're a master at content creation, and I've watched that. I've watched you give us ideas. I've watched you kind of like steer us. You'd be like, well, I'm like, well, what do you think about that? And you're like, oh, I love that, but why don't you try it like this? And so that's huge. I'm really excited about hearing what happens when all of you guys come together, when Lundy comes together and Kendall comes together and you're there. My good friend Keith Johnson is going to be there because he's going to talk about confidence to really do what you've been called to do. Because sometimes we have ideas, but we don't have the confidence and the faith in God and the faith in ourselves to step out on it. But I even love the fact that you're so rooted in the scriptures. You're a prophet. And so that's the other thing. Everybody on the panel is a prophet. They're prophets who can hear the voice of God, hear what God is saying, hear where God is saying, okay, no, don't do that. That's not going to work. And you guys see a long ways ahead. So what else is on your heart? I brought you on because I wanted to hear from you. But what else is on your heart? What are you thinking? What do you think is going to come out of a person that actually comes and attends this time of being together on Thursday? What do you think is going to come out of that? What are your hopes? What are you believing for as far as that pertains?
Yeah. Not even what I'm believing for, but what I know. If you come to the conference, you're going to get the experience, the blood, sweat, and tears of others in the matter of hours. People that are sitting there, they're going to be speaking to you. They're speaking from their experience. They're speaking from their education. They're speaking from their wisdom, and you're going to be able to glean from that. I believe in community over competition, and the Coles are bringing you to a place where they're bringing a community before you to help give you information and insight to help put you a step ahead of the rest and a step ahead in whatever it is your vision is, or your business, whatever it is you're launching, your ministry, whatever it is, you're going to get what you need without having to go through everything that the people on these panels and that the speakers have gone through. And who doesn't want to get that?
Right.
Wow, that's good. You know, I think it was Mike Murdoch, and he said one time, he said you can get from a mentor in 30 minutes what it would take you 30 years to get.
Right.
And so what you just said was powerful. We get all the blood, sweat, and tears that it took for them to learn what they had to learn. You get it in a matter of hours, and when it would actually have taken you literally years.
And a whole lot of more money.
And a lot more money. Yeah, because what we're giving, but we're really not trying to make money on what we're doing. We're really trying to help people and empower kingdom citizens to live more victorious financially. I have a thing that we say in our local church, which is, I don't want you to speak in tongues and shout and dance and get all kind of prophetic words on Sunday and Monday try to figure out how to pay your bills. I don't want you to do that. If you're in my church, I want you to be able to impact not only the church realm, but also the business sector. My wife sits on boards in the educational sector. We have degrees, we have earned degrees, and I'm not saying that negative about anybody who doesn't. I'm saying we had to go back and improve our gift and our craft so that we could be effective at doing what we know we're called to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You have to be willing, you know, even with yourself, have to be willing to invest in yourself. And one of the things that we see in the business sector is a lot of these organizations, they're going to, you know, a lot of their staff are experts.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to a staff of experts, people that are sharp and proficient and efficient in a particular area. And so allowing that creativity. And so again, as you said, when you first came on, social media and technology is advancing every single day. And if we don't tap into that, we're going to be left behind. You know what I mean? And so we're not running after every fad, but we really have to understand how the system works. We're not of the world. We're still in the world. We're not of the world, but yet and still, we have to understand how the system works and what gets, you know, what invites people, you know, to even take part or even look at some of the things that you have to offer.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited about it. I really am. Come on, tell us a little bit more what's on your heart, even for millennials. What do you see? What do you see as far as even millennials? What do you see as areas where millennials are really pushing ahead and struggle that you find